Call Dr. Cam Calder.
Mr Chair, it's a huge pleasure to rise and talk about Clause 4 of this bill, which clarifies a very important point. It clarifies a relationship, and it's the lack of clarity on this relationship that has affected and threatened the health and viability of an industry which is worth something like $2.8 billion to our country. $2.8 billion, Mr Chair. And it's not just the skills in the cinematographic and video and digital and sound and technology, other technology associated with the film that we're talking about, but it's also tourism. It's tourism. The worth of this industry is huge to our country. And this government is acting decisively to ensure the continued health of this vital part of our economy and safeguard the jobs of thousands of New Zealanders. And it's for this reason, Mr Speaker, that I find it absolutely amazing to hear from the opposition benches some of the stories that we have heard and some of the reasons they are putting forward to oppose this initiative. And while we're considering relationships, Mr Chair, let's consider the relationship between those opposite and the unions. They seem to be demonstrating once again their thraldom. The members opposite are dancing like puppets to the union tune. And who is the Geppetto? Who is the Geppetto, Mr.
Point of order, the Honourable.
Well, sir, did you hear what the member just said?
Sorry,
oh, no, he... Well, I don't know if I should repeat it. I think the member knows it's out of order and he should withdraw and apologise.
Well, if the member has made an inappropriate remark, I'll ask him to withdraw the remark. Did the member make an inappropriate remark?
What is the point of clarification? What is the inappropriate
There
remark?
is a point of order here that an inappropriate remark was made. If the member has made one, I didn't hear it, that's why I'm asking. If he made one...
I withdraw.
Withdraw. Dr. Cam Calder.
Who is the Geppetto? Who is the Geppetto, Mr Chair?
He's just continuing the same theme, sir. He's already apologised or already withdrawn the original comment, but this whole line that members are moving in other members' direction, and that's I
thank the member
is out of order.
Sure, I've just ruled. You've just apologised and withdrawn the comment. Do not do it again, Dr. Cam Calder.
Thank you for that point of clarification, Mr Chair. So we've talked about the possible influence from union presidents. We've got possibly EPMU President Andrew Little, possibly the CTU President Helen Kelly, and I would stress Helen Kelly, not Helen Keller, Mr Chair, although it is Blind Week and I'm proud to have made a donation to the cause, but it is a case, Mr Chair, that I would suggest it is a case of the blind leading the blind. Union leaders, Labour Party, a case of the blind leading the blind. Mr Chair, at this point in time, it could be any of all of those in the opposition who have spoken today, and given them what they've been saying, I'll be keeping a close eye on their faces. Mr Chair, I used to despair at the Labour Party. I've now given up all hope. How they stand in the House arguing against a point of clarification that will save thousands of jobs in an industry that has brought huge benefits to our country. How can they do that? Huge collateral benefits in tourism, huge collateral benefits within the industry itself. Mr Chairman, the Labour Party opposition are betraying the fact they are still hidebound in ideology. A fresh idea, Mr Chairman, is as rare as an Uzbek in the outback. Mr Chair, we are talking about a simple point of clarification here that has saved the health of an industry that is worth $2.8 billion to our country. And the members opposite are railing against a simple point of clarification on whether somebody is an employee or a contractor. Now, I have had the pleasure myself, as the Honourable Tau Henare has mentioned, the Honourable Tau Henare has observed that to serve in the role of an extra in the film industry myself. And I must say it was a great experience, met some fascinating people and got well reimbursed for a day's work. So I would contend, Mr Chair, that a simple point of clarification in this point in this amendment bill is totally appropriate and it will save our industry. Thank you.